this video, we talk about our favorite shiny pet rock, gold, or XAU USD. It's gone up a lot, right? For a long time, from 2011 until 2020, is pretty much flat. But suddenly you see a big jump, right? From around 2,000 to 3,003 as of this recording. Too busy to find stock ideas? Check out Fiverr Pro to shortcut your research time and effort by 90%. 10% off link in the comments and description. And I think a lot of it is driven by fears in the market about Trump's actions and tariffs and things like that, right? But what else can you give us?
Yeah, so there's a lot of the world uncertainty index has been going up a lot recently.
VIX,
obviously because it's basically jittering the whole market with the tariff policy. And you can see that year to date, it is up like 26.75%.
Yep.
It's quite aggressive. And I believe if it's not the best performing one, it could be one of the top five that is performing well at this current.
5 year is double, right? So it's about 15%, pretty good.
Yeah. So but before we need to go the nuances, we also need to know who owns the most gold, right? So for the time being, obviously it's the USA.
But some just want to, because I hear a lot of what gold bugs say, right? People say that the US one hasn't been audited in a long time. So I don't know how true, but
but
see.
assuming
assuming
it's true,
correct,
assuming it's true. So they own about like 24% of the total gold. Then followed by Germany, which is 10%. Italy and France is respectively around like 7%. And also you can notice China's amount also is actually keeping up. It's going to match France.
But actually for China, it's been the citizens that have been buying a lot, not the government. Actually. Quite interesting.
So this one just to tell you the picture of who owns the most. And you can see that recently, obviously China is the one that is buying a lot. You can see that the quarterly or at least month on month, it has been like a huge buying spree in the Chinese community, or at least the Chinese citizen. And you can see that even though it has been a lot of buying, but you can see the import still actually remains below pre-COVID level. So you haven't really reached back then in 2015 to even 2018. So don't know whether this number will bounce. Probably it will in the future. And also another reason why gold is going up is because previously there's some sort of sanction from Russia, right?
Still is.
Still there is. Yeah. So you can see that in 2014, they start to increase a lot when actually the US sanctioned Russia. And then it even increased more when they actually freeze Russia's foreign currency reserves. So you can see that in 2022, there's a huge shift in their gold holding. So basically, they exponentially increase or buy a lot of gold, which also contributed to the rally in terms of like gold price. Now, at this current point, obviously a lot of people are bear in the market, right? They think that the US stock, one is overvalued, and also two is because they don't know what's the future direction. It's very muddy. So the only safe haven asset that they can go is gold or cash. So you can see that that's why gold, government bonds also has been a sell-off, and then the yields are going up. So you can see it has been an overcrowded trade. Long bonds as of February 2025 is like going up a lot. And previously, in March 2025, there wasn't really, or at least there's some interest, but not as extensive as compared to April. So you can see April, there's a huge jump in terms of they basically say that gold is the best place to actually park your money at the moment. And and also another reason why gold prices are so sticky and high is because their supply also is quite fixed. They only grow about 1.5 to 2% per year. And then we also did a comparison with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is basically like the digital gold, but in reverse is that they fix cap. There's a number of supply of 21 million, and that supply will always like shrink every 4 years. So you can see that this is the difference between the gold and also Bitcoin. And also,
one difference that is the feel good factor, right? When whole gold, you feel rich.
Yeah, and also another interesting thing is that more people are actually also still buying Bitcoin. So they are seeing like Bitcoin is something like an alternative to gold. So that's also another way that they are thinking that that is a safe haven asset. Okay, so you may be thinking that, since gold price is going up, probably some of the gold counters will be performing well as well. Gold is up 26% year to date. But if you look at Tome and also Popcorn,
it doesn't follow.
Yeah, it doesn't really follow.
And I think one big difference is because although it affects their revenue, but it also affects their cost.
Yes, correct.
So it's a bit like a net effect almost.
Yes, correct.
Basically, they have to do it in such a way where they have to hedge at a lower price then sell it at market price.
Yeah, and
then
also-
only they can. It's easier.
Yeah, and also one thing is that both of these company they have to mark up
Yeah.
when they sell. So when you are buying the products from the retail outlet, right, they usually mark up like maybe 10-20% as
Yeah, I
compared
would
to the
say,
current
about
price.
there.
Yeah, and also not to mention, let's say when they destock their existing inventory, right, where they bought like at a lower price. Now, let's say their inventory like run out and they need to replenish. So which means they have to buy gold at a higher price. So yeah, it's kind of like there's like a high replacement cost for both of them. So that's why if you later I'm going to be showing you the margins is actually like going down. It's not really like improving. But anyhow, you can see that if you look at 5 year, it's actually still performing better than gold lah. I mean, if you recall, 5 year chart for gold is around like 90%, right? Over here, yeah, you can see that over here it's 97%. But if you look at the 5 year chart for both of these companies, is still doing well. It's like 112% and 288%. So yeah, this is some interesting fact for you to know. Yeah, so just now we mentioned about high replacement costs. You can see that their gross margin, they don't really have much of a pricing power. Although revenue does grow up, but then the margins that they make for each increase is actually dropping. And later we're also going to be looking at what is the management's discussion on this increase in gold price. So yeah, so this is some of the analysis. Why gold is being so popular is because there's some sort of like a de-dollarization. This is already a known fact. I mean, you can see that it's actually starting to decrease already, even more at this current juncture. Is accelerated. That's why you can see that the USD dollar index also has been dropped.
Of course, interestingly, we've had like bigger dips before, right? Like if you look in the 70s
Yes.
and 80s, right? It went from 80, almost 90%, right?
Yeah.
All the way down to 50
Close to
over.
40, 50.
Then
Yeah.
it then went back up in the 2000s, and then now it's dropping again.
Yeah, correct. So yeah, so that's why the gold is going up. But if you are looking at to invest in like gold counters, might not be a wise choice, because the reason why is because just now we already mentioned earlier, even though gold prices will go up, but what Tomei say is that their sales volume is actually going down. So that kind of like offsets their increase in terms of revenue. And even I think Tomei or Pokong, they say that their revenue might be matching as compared to 2024. So there's not much of a growth. It's just going to be stagnant. And also another reason why their margin is being compressed is because of this high inventory, which is when they do run out of inventory, they have to buy gold at a higher price. And they also have to mark up at a 22%. 10 to 22% more than the spot price. So which makes buyers to be more cautious because they know already that there's such a markup. I believe in Singapore, you say that the markup is like 8%, 7%.
This may not be fully updated, but I found a store in Singapore. Shout out to Bullion Star. I think it's about 8%. I don't know whether it's still true today, but last time I did research, it was about 8%.
Yeah,
it's very low.
If it's that, it's very competitive already. And final point is whether should you be buying gold. But there are actually signs that gold might be overvalued. And this is actually depicted from Tong's article. You can see that the gold total value of gold stock versus the total money supply in the world is actually like now is already like you see the gap is widening a lot already. You see the gray versus the blue line. So yeah, that might be some sort of overvalue, even though we cannot like quantify what is the intrinsic value for gold. I mean, it is still like some sort of like a store of value, that kind of thing. But you can tell that, if the prices that you are chasing today, the risk or margin of safety might not be as good as it was like maybe even 5 months ago. So that's why
and also the things that we cannot measure, like you said, just the conversations around gold now.
Yes.
Now everyone is talking about it. Everyone's saying, "Hey, should I buy gold?
Yes.
What is the best mark?" These are clear signs that we are reaching that territory. I don't know whether we 100% are there yet. We'll see.
It's similar to the days where Nvidia, when he signed the
chest,
the chest there. So yeah, this is like something similar. But if you're interested in buying gold, this is actually the recommended ETFs that the Edge actually did propose, and you can see that a lot of it is actually from the gold and also gold miner, and then you can check out what is the expense ratio. So this one you can do your own research, but this is basically what they share on the ETFs that you can buy if you are interested in it.
And by the way, just to let you know, we do not have any gold affiliate link, no precious metals. So yeah, we just share with you some options you can we won't financially benefit from this.
Yeah, so do your own research, just Google yourself on these names that we shared. Okay, so that's about it. And this is basically the latest update we shared to our guys inside Fire Pro. We also talk about the gold price rally, what is the world index, and also what is the potential rate cut that's going to be happening in Malaysia. We don't know, but we have some sort of discussion over there. And if you want to check it out, it's inside Fire Pro. You can get a 10% off using the links in the description and comments. And this is the performance. So far, I think it's down slightly a little bit. Yeah, a little bit more. Same for the FPG and also the boring portfolio.
Fibro is our community, you know, for people who want to shortcut their research, learn about companies more, build their portfolios, you know, learn tips and tricks on how they can improve their investing. And we have a lot of community members who are more than willing to share with you their insights. As well, you can refer to our portfolio. You can read the write-ups that we do every month and all the past archives as well. And if you want to get a taste, you can head over to the free sample section, comments and description. That's where you can find it. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.